Hi guys, it's Jen. I came out for a walk to get some stuff at the store, and I thought, well, I should probably do a video outdoors while I could still get outdoors. Here in Northeast PA, here's a look at the skies in my area for today, and the sun, or sun sim, however you choose to view it. Super huge and warm. I have just a light sweater on. Over to the east there, powder blue with just some clouds. And these energies, man, this whole weekend and oh, sorry about that. So ladylike, I know. Pardon my face again. For those who don't know, I've been dealing with a skin condition for quite a few months now, and it's been traumatizing to say the least to me. I've been pretty much a hermit. Not that I'm not already quite the introvert, which I am. So I've been pretty much in isolation, minus my roommates and immediate family, like my kids when I see them, but as far as public, and my videos here on YouTube are as public as I get, which is pretty public considering it's a worldwide platform. So I'm pretty self-conscious about the way my face looks and things like that, but I am being guided every day to just conquer the fear of criticism and judgment by others, and just present yourself. It is what it is. There's nothing that I could do to prevent this, or I didn't ask for it, anything like that. So unfortunately, in the toxic world that we live in, disease and disorders and fungus, bacteria, and viruses are present, and people get sick and different things. So that's what happens to me. Now this is really why I wanted to come out too. This is the park that we have. It literally spans 2 blocks. So this is as much greenery. I'm just not a fan of concrete and cities, and I mean, I'm from Clearwater, Florida, and Clearwater is a city, but it's not city like this, with just buildings all smushed into each other. It's beachy and not cold. Oh, I'm going to sit here for a minute. Okay. Oh, that's lovely. I just put my bottled water in my lap here, and it spilled. So now I look like I peed my pants on top of everything else. Just another wonderful day in Jen's neck of the matrix. Okay, so we had the equinox, right? Portal, soul traveling, increase in the amount of soul activity, which people like me, anyone who's an intuitive, a psychic, a medium, a channel, anything of that nature, our lives are like Grand Central Station as it is daily anyways. So when these portals and gateways open, stargates, and there's a lot of soul activity, it's like an added weight, double as much activity. So that tends to be, for me anyways, the reason for my isolation, or being a hermit, or being introverted, or staying aloof from people, is because there's so much going on, and 9 times out of 10 it's more in the unseen than it is the physical reality around you. And people don't understand what they can't perceive, what they can't see with their eyes visually, and what they don't know about, or things that make them afraid, or they might think that's scary, so I'm putting a block up. I don't want to think about that. So they choose not to understand. Now, when I was a kid, I was born in 1976, so I grew up in the 80s for my young childhood and the 90s for adolescence and teenage and young adulthood. So back in the 80s, when I was like, my parents had me tested. I've told you guys this story a billion times, because I was different than the other kids, just different, noticeably different. And I went to a psychotherapist's office and had a bunch of testing. And at that time, things like autism and different psychological, behavioral, emotional disorders were not even explored, if yet even known about yet. So at the time, I had more of the academic testing done, where like IQ testing and just different things. And so they concentrated on the intellectual side and not the intuitive side. So because things like that weren't explored, ADD, ADHD, autism, Asperger's, high functioning, blah, 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 all these disorders, right? So I was basically given a diagnosis and a prognosis and shoved out the door as a child and said, enjoy your life here. And it's been horrible. So I spent my life researching these things and studying the brain, studying disorders, studying pathogens, studying elements and different chemistry and physics and alchemy and history and philosophy, theology, putting it all together. Come to find out, the intuitive side is as fully developed as my intellectual side of my brain. So it's like an open portal into your subconscious or your unconscious or your superconscious, whatever the new trending term is for it today, you know. Only since it is intuitive and it deals with the unseen or the astral or the ethereal realms, there aren't many in this world, professional doctors or not, patients, clients who deal with these things. So there's no one to talk to and no one to understand. Well, there wasn't for me anyways, in my life. If I told my parents or immediate family anything, you were brushed off that you were imagining something, or it was a product of your imagination. Yes, it truly is. And people are going to soon realize that phrase means exactly what it means, and it's not just something to discard. What you think does actually become a reality. That's where people are getting it wrong. What you think in your mind becomes a reality somewhere in some dimension, some alternate dimension or holographic simulation, a copy of an original. What you imagine pulls from a different area in your mind. And imagination, when you're daydreaming, when you're contemplating something and having that wondering about that thought you had, you know, like let's try when we try to think of daydreaming, imagining our personal perfect world, right? What would we have? What would our hopes and dreams, and how would it look, and how would people treat each other, and what kind of things would we have, and would it be fun? And we're imagining, we are conjuring up those thoughts in our mind. We're not thinking like when we're trying to take a test and we're adding numbers in math and we're thinking 1 + 2 + 3 + 1. Okay, and you're calculating and using your conscious mind to add numbers. Well, no, you're not imagining, and that's boring. It's not fun. If it's not fun and it's boring, then you're not using your imagination. That's how you could tell the difference. So your imagination, when you are daydreaming, creating your perfect world, and you're happy, and you're like, oh, and your heart feels like it's smiling, right here. You feel like that glowing, fiery, smiling heart. And then you get a smile on your face. That's your imagination. And that is what creates your reality here, as well as use your imagination. Quantify that. You can have that kind of reality anywhere, anytime, any place, any dimension, any realm, any space, any era, any age, any lifetime. So by thinking, all these law of attraction people, right? By thinking, manifest your reality. It's not going to work because you're putting effort into it, using your mind. You're forcing yourself to think. That's not going to work. So back to my story. There's happy Monday lesson, or Tuesday, whatever freaking day it is today. I don't know, the equinox. Oh, Tuesday. Good, it's Tuesday. Jen's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday to everybody. So today's the 24th of March, 2020. New moon tonight. All I want to say is, must be nice to all you moon signs out there. Much love. That's sarcastic. No, I'm glad for you guys, because let me tell you, the moon is a detriment in my chart, and I have a lot of negative things in my realm when it's lunar events, like a new moon, a full moon, super moons, and lo and behold, 2019 and 2020 are full of them. Yes! Can't wait. So it's a super moon. I mean, it's a new moon. Hi. I've had a negative day already. I've been doing everything that I can to transmute those negative feelings and angry vibes and things like that. Hi there. And transform them into positive. So I thought, I'm coming out in nature. Nature, right? 2 blocks of nature. I hug trees. I'm a tree hugger. I'm proud of it. Because these guys right there that are so sparse and few and rare, they give us that little gaseous element we need in order to sustain life here as humans. Oxygen, that we breathe, they provide that. We humans chop them down. Real smart, huh? So we can make things out of them. We can have things. They're living beings. Say hello. They're conscious, just like you and I. They know what's going on around them. You could think I'm crazy all you want. Everyone all my life always has, so it ain't nothing new to me. That's what I wanted to tell you guys too, by the way. This, oops, I'm trying to turn my bottle around here. Alkaline water. I'm not sponsored by this company, or it is Clover Valley. I get it at the dollar store because the dollar store is where I can walk to. So, and I don't have a vehicle. So I absolutely recommend drinking alkaline pH balanced water. I prefer the dollar store's brand, this Clover Valley, because it's 9.5 pH. They go anywhere from 7.0 to 9.5 and higher, and lower, I guess. So if you can get it in the window of 7.0 to 9.0, that's a great pH level. So that takes the acidity that's in your body and it helps neutralize the acids and help make it more alkaline. Because when your body is more acidic, and that comes from toxins like chemicals and metals and things like that, pollution, then your body gets sick. Your physical body gets sick. And disease has like the best environment to grow, and fungus and bacteria and viruses, they just multiply. So if you can keep your body's pH level balanced, then you're going to be able to keep those bacteria and viruses from being able to multiply, like divide and conquer. That's what they do. So then you keep like a barrier up, like a germ shield. Nope, you're not going to get me. So I'm going to prove to you guys and do it publicly for the whole world to see. Hello there. I know it's been cold, you poor thing. So now, hopefully it's going to get nice and warm. And I'm going to give you a hug. Thank you. Thank you. So, this thing's really cool. See, I like stuff like this because I don't trust devices, man-made machines, only simply because since man is imperfect, flawed, then anything we create, we can't even expect to be perfect. We can't glorify ourselves or our works because we can only put into them all of what we are. So if we're not 100%, then anything we create or make or invest our time in is only going to reach that level as well. There's a remedy to that, though, and that is the spirit aspect, not the physical, physical form, human. Spirit is your connection. That's what churches call the Holy Spirit, or the life force energy, or the chi, or the ki, or the prana. That's the connection to source, which is where we all come from. We are all created by one source, God, one ultimate prime highest power source, origin, and then we all stem from that. Like a tree. Branches, we're all branches and leaves on a tree, but we all come from that one tree. We all grow off of that one tree. So the spirit, we are the leaves on the tree. The tree itself is God. The branches of the tree are our connection to keep us connected to source. So we don't break off of the branch and fly off in the wind. So as leaves, if our branches get cut, then our connection to God is cut. Then it's like picking up the phone and it's dead. You can't get a signal, So this one, the signal's always on. It's never off. And by going into the Holy Spirit, using that, your divine connection to God, and running off of that, then you're putting perfection into your creation, your works, your art. I have a feeling, I don't want to jinx anything, but I have a feeling we're going to be done and over with this outbreak, pandemic, unreal thing that's going on in the world right now. I think we are nearing the end of that, and whoever's been on lockdown, maybe they may be lifting some of these things. It's either that is happening or it's going the complete opposite. Because when I get messages, downloads, and that comes in spirit, like I was saying, I am either in communion, one-on-one communication with God, or my spirit team, or as a channel with other energies for communication purposes. That could be ancestors who have passed, or, other galactic energies or angelic energies. That's what the intuitive side of the brain allows. Your connection in other realms and dimensions to be able to communicate telepathically using your mind, but not the thinking, calculating mind of, day-to-day stuff. So that's what I chose to do. And I will be from now and forward working with, I'd like to concentrate on youth, the millennials, and I consider millennials, don't get offended guys, I have 3. I'm a mom of 3, so it's not a put down, it's because I love you. Mine are 15, 18, and 21. So I consider anyone 25 and under a millennial. You kids, and I'm going to call you kids because I'm a mom and that's what I'm used to, so just get used to it, accept it, and love it. Because you're kids to me. So you guys are brilliant. You kids, 25 and under, a different breed. Like my heart's glowing right now just thinking of you guys out there all over. You know who you are. Some are in bands, some do art, some are makeup and hair, some are writers, lyricists, poets, philosophers, thinkers, progressives, visionaries. And a lot of you kids, most of you kids, are intuitive empaths, just like me. And you deal with a lot of supernatural, paranormal, spiritual things. And I know in this world today, I know how crappy people have treated you already. And you guys are kids. And you know what? They're all going to see. Everyone that's mocked you or broken you down or lied to you or abused you or made fun of you or told you you couldn't be something or told you you had to be a certain way, how to dress, how to talk, how to walk, how to act, what to think, what to wear, what's cool, what's not, what's acceptable, what's not. They're all about to see, aren't they? Especially you Aquarians out there, huh? You little Aquarians. You're so cute. I love y'all. I love Aquarians. My youngest son, Benny, is an Aquarius. You guys are just some of the most imaginative. Your imaginations. I wish I had imagination like you. I always wish that. Like, how can you think of stuff like that? Oh, I always wished I had that. So you guys are really awesomely lucky for that, I'll tell you. So this is my announcement today. Today's March 24th, 2020. It's about 5 p.m. Sun's about to set. And this is what I was saying. I don't like man-made things. Look at this north, south, east, and west on the ground, right? So if we have a pole shift and things get weird or power goes out and the internet and things like that and GPS doesn't work, You can count on things like this to guide you. You can't count on stupid devices, all right? So I'm making my announcement to the universe out here at the park that I am opening my practice as of today. I received my certificate. I am now level 1 Reiki practitioner. I am using that certificate to enable me to start working with clients using energy. However, I am not going to just specifically be using Reiki for healing. I am going to incorporate every aspect I can think of. Talk therapy, counseling with a non-judgmental counselor, cosmology, birth chart, zodiac information, naturopathic and holistic therapies as far as diet, nutrition, and exercise are concerned. Recommendations if I think, you need to see a chiropractor or a massage therapist or acupuncturist, referrals for such. And I would like to deal with ages 25 and under. However, I will never turn anyone away. So if it's a relationship, family problem, pregnancy issue, addiction, psychological, behavioral, or emotional disorder, cognitive, you name it, just ask, just reach out and ask me. I will do whatever I can do. And if I cannot help you, I will turn you over to someone who can, or find someone who can that I trust and vouch for, which for me to recommend, you better be good, real good. I require accuracy, proof, So this practice I am opening online. I'm working on my website right now. I will be going donation only, donation based. I'm not charging a fee for my services. I will take not only financial donations, but I will take craft donations as well. If you are also a practitioner or a clinician, let's say you craft essential oils and I need some and I can help you with something, you can send me oils in return as payment. Things like that. Trade, barter and trade, and donation. If you're financially able, or you are the parent of a kid 25 and under who has issues they're dealing with, or you as a family are dealing with, and you require my services, and you are able to financially contribute, great. We'll do it that way. I'm very easy to work with. So this is my declaration today to everyone, all and everyone, that my practice is now open for business. My name is Jen. I'm very happy to meet everyone. I will be doing it online for now. I'll put my email in the description box, and you can contact me there for appointment information. So in my sessions, if I am guided to channel, I will be doing that, reading energy. If I am guided to use tarot or scriptural passages, I will do that. We're going to delve into every area: psychological, emotional, behavioral, impulse control, disorders and health conditions that may contribute to negative things in life. And the reason I chose to do this is because of experience. I don't ever want another human being to live the horror that I did. I am now 43 years old, and this place has been very inhospitable to me as a resident here. And I want a brighter future for these kids, that's all. Happiness, That's what I want to bring back. I don't want to bring back another Band-Aid or another, drug for the pharmaceutical company to sell, or another false promise, or any of that. We need to bring happiness back and inspiration into this world, because without happiness and inspiration, there's nothing to stimulate our senses as a human being. And then we get bored. And when we get bored and we have nothing better to do with our time, you know what they say about idle hands. They're the devil's playground. That's true. That's a true one. When we're bored and we have nothing to do, it's a waste of time anyways, so we waste it with substances. Substances can be anything from drugs to alcohol to shopping sprees to gambling to sex to food to theft, codependency. Use your imagination. No, don't. Please don't. Think about it. So, we need to start coming up with innovative, progressive, future-minded things that are sustainable, that are made to last, and we need art and music back. Nature and beauty. True arts and sciences. Not religion and science, religion and politics. Separates people. I'm this label. Well, I'm this label. Well, I'm this label. Well, I'm this label. Well, I'm no label. So that's what you're going to get with me. I don't judge. I don't allow any hatred or any bullying, any argument, any cruelty, any abusive language or behavior. It's not tolerated. And there's no reason for it. None. Zero. So, if you are someone who has had an ET experience, an abduction experience, paranormal experience, supernatural experience, a demonic experience, an experience with clergy of abuse on you, anything that's taboo, taboo, you came to the right spot here. No topic is off limits with me. And you have my word. I will never judge anyone. And I follow the true Hippocratic Oath, which I have a copy of. And I'm going to be reading it later on in another video as my decree and declaration to the entire world publicly of the vow and oath that I, as a clinician, take in regards to my clients, which is 100% confidentiality. I'm not a sellout. So, you can't buy me, If you don't come with a price tag, you can't be bought. That's what I say. I used to come with a price tag. I spent a lot of time trying to fit in here, trying to be like everyone else, just so they would accept me. And then it near killed me how many times? Literally. literally. I hated my life so much, I just wanted to off myself, be out, so I tried to. And then after that, I spent a few years observing and looking around at how people really live, and if their ideas or behaviors or actions or really something I should be following after. Nah, not for me. I like being unique. I like being different. I like being the freak, black sheep, weirdo, psycho, crazy girl. Those are labels that I've gotten. Different, original. There's no one else here just like me. And you know what? Same goes for you. You and you and you and you and you. I'm in a worry or a panic almost daily over my kids. And yes, kids, I say 21, 18, and 15. To me, they are my babies, so they are kids. And, excuse me, guys, I am getting a phone call there. I had to I forgot to put my do not disturb on. My bad. So, if anyone would like to reach out to me for services, I'd be happy to hear from you. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. And like I said, I hope to really bring whole mind, body, and spirit health back and help contribute bringing that back into this world in a natural way, true way, the right way, the way of the masters, like the ones that figured it out. I don't know, like that dude, Jesus. Yeah, any day of the week, I'd choose God's way before man's way, any day.